Well, rebuilding my squats at 64 project continued today. And you know how it is, some days you're just not feeling a leg workout or a squat workout. But we went into it and did it anyway. And almost as always, it turned out okay, way better than expected. Got a good squat session in. I got a little bit of hypertrophy work in with some leg presses and body lunges. Yep, it was a good one. Hey gang, welcome back to Mark's 60 plus fitness journey. Okay, today my squat project continues. Today is session 9 and my goal is to get to a legit depth legal 350 pound squat at the age of 64. That's right, 64, no longer 63, 64 now. And I say 350, I want to go 350 and beyond. Session 9 today, it was a good one. Sadly, my workout partner Howard was not with me today. He has been down hard with the flu all week. Poor Howard has had it, taking it on the chin, but I think he's going to be back with us tomorrow. Today is Sunday, and he thinks he'll be able to get back into the gym tomorrow. So let's wish him well. And now let's get into the gym, and I'll show you what today's squat session looked like. Let's go do it. Yeah, like I said, some days it just doesn't feel like it's the right day to do something. For example, leg day, squatting. And I felt that way walking up to the gym this morning when Marcia and I came up. But I figured, well, based on historical precedents, that usually goes away with a little bit of warming up, just starting. So I found my favorite squat platform, so that was a good sign. Started doing some warm-ups, and they felt fine. So I said to myself, this may indeed be a pretty good squat session. As I mentioned, or maybe I didn't, I'll mention it here. I'm rebuilding my squats at the age of 64. I'm now at the age of 64, no more 63. So a while back, about, I don't know, it was 5-6 weeks ago, I started squats again after a period of time off, which I've talked about in some other videos. Had a little ear issue and a balance issue, so I couldn't squat or deadlift either. So I just recently started squatting again, and I'm digging it, but pretty much had to start from scratch and climb my way back up. There was set 1 at today's working weight, by the way, 250 pounds. I'm clawing my way back up, and my immediate goal is a legit depth legal 350 pound squat and beyond. And I'm certain I can get there so long as everything goes as planned. You know how that is. Now here's set 2. On this one I noticed my left hip doesn't seem to be getting the same depth as my right. And while I'm talking about depth, that's one thing I'm focusing on more this particular squat project. I'm going to focus on technique, depth, and just doing them right. And I think on this third set, my depth looked a little bit better. But also want to mention, and I have in previous squat sessions since I restarted squatting, that I'm doing this in a progressive overload format. And in this case, I'm doing 3 sets of 5 reps. And the progressive overload part of it is once I'm able to successfully get 3 sets of 5 good reps at a given weight, I go up 5 pounds. And that's what I'm doing. And this particular time, I'm being more patient about that, cautious. I'm going up 5 pounds, and only when I'm ready. I'm not jumping up 10 pounds when I'm not ready. I'm going to do it cautiously, slowly, and just develop the strength and technique and balance, and just smoothly move up to that 350-pound squat and above. Now, that 3 sets of 5 reps at 250 felt really easy today. I think I'm a ways off from a plateau here on my squats. So that was a good 3 sets of 5. Felt really good. So since I was feeling so good, I jumped into a 4th set here, and I moved up just 5 more pounds just to see what the next squat session is going to feel like. 255 is what it's going to be. And I didn't really rest a lot, maybe a couple minutes between the 3rd and this 4th set. But this felt pretty good. You can tell 5-pound difference though. Particularly, we're not talking about 800 pounds here, so 5 pounds would not nearly be as big a percentage at that as it is at 250. So I felt it, but it was good. I'm certain I'm going to be successful in my next session at 255. That was a good squat session. Like I said, I had it a little gloomy when I walked in, but when I walked out, the sun was shining. I had a good session. Now here, I'm going to do myself 2 sets of leg presses. And what I like to think about this is kind of a combo hypertrophy strength movement. There's well, for me anyway, this is a lot of weight, and I'm doing 2 sets of 12 reps. And when I do leg presses, obviously this feels heavy, but it also gives me a good burn in my quads, a much better burn, or more significant burn than when I'm squatting. So in my mind, that means there's a little bit of a hypertrophy movement to it. Plus, I'm doing 12 reps here as opposed to 5. So that certainly is more in the hypertrophy realm, that 12 reps. 2 sets of leg presses here, 12 reps, felt awesome. And I finished up today's leg workout with 2 more sets of what I like to call body lunges. I'm sure these are called something else somewhere else, or by someone else, but I call them body lunges. And at the end of a workout, I think these are excellent. This is a really good quad burner. I did these to failure on each leg, and it was somewhere around the 15 to 16 rep range. And the other thing that's good about this is, for me, I'm still working on my balance, and there's also a component of hip flexibility and ankle flexibility. This is a good way to get the ankle and hip and knee movement or flexibility needed to do a deep squat. So this is covered a couple bases. A good burn, good way to finish up, and some flexibility. Get the hip down, knee out over the toe, ankle flexibility. It's good. But that was a great leg session, great squat session, and I really appreciate everyone hanging out with me for a bit today. Thank you very, very much. Okay, there you go. Today's squat session. Session 9 of my current squat project. Moving well. And like I said, I don't believe I'm a good ways away from a plateau. I'm doing this patiently, diligently, carefully, safely, all of those things. Slow, steady progress to that 350 and beyond legit depth legal squat at the age of 64. So thank you very much for being here. I really appreciate it, as always. And if you would, as always, do me this favor, hit that like button, share this with your friends, and send out some good vibes for our buddy Howard too. But like I said, hopefully he'll be back with us tomorrow. And one other thing is, if you haven't already, please consider subscribing. Love to have you here. That would be cool. And I guess with that, I will say, until next time, go get 'em. Mark out.